Once, in a quiet village nestled at the foot of a mountain, lived a young man known for one thing: his laziness. While others worked in the fields, built homes, and carried on with daily chores, he spent his days lying under a tree, lost in naps and dreams of an easier life. One day, a wise old monk visited the village. As he walked through, collecting alms and speaking to the villagers, he noticed the young man sweeping in the same spot every day. Curious, the monk approached him and asked, "Why do you lie here all day? Why don't you work like the others?" Without opening his eyes, the young man replied, "Work is hard. I'd rather sleep." The monk paused for a moment and then asked, "Do you want to be rich?" This caught the young man's attention. He sat up and said, "Of course I do. Can you make me rich?" The monk smiled and pointed toward the mountain. "On the other side of that mountain, there's a cave with a precious diamond inside. If you find it, you'll be rich forever." The young man's eyes lit up, but then quickly dimmed. "But climbing a mountain is difficult," he muttered. The monk replied, "Then stay where you are. It's your choice." The monk turned to leave, but something had changed in the young man. The idea of the diamond stirred something inside him. "Wait!" he called out. "I'll go! Are you sure this diamond is real?" The monk simply nodded. "It won't be easy. The cave is far and the climb is tough. But if you're willing, you'll find it." Fueled by the hope of treasure, the young man set out. The climb was steep, the path rough. He slipped, stumbled, and almost gave up. But the thought of the diamond pushed him forward. Eventually, exhausted but determined, he reached the top. For a moment, he stood in awe of the breathtaking view. A sight he never would have seen had he stayed under his tree. Then came the descent, steeper, trickier, and more dangerous. He fell many times, but kept going. Finally, after hours of struggle, he reached the cave. But when he stepped inside, it was empty. No diamond. Nothing. He searched again and again. Still nothing. Frustrated and heartbroken, he wondered why the monk had lied. And now, completely drained, he didn't even have the strength to climb back over the mountain. He thought of giving up and staying there, but he knew he wouldn't survive long. With no other choice, he mustered what strength he had left and began the return. Every step was harder than the last, but he made it. When he finally arrived back at the village, he went straight to the monk and cried out, "There was no diamond! You lied to me!" The monk smiled gently and said, "But you did find it." The young man was confused. "What are you talking about?" The monk replied, "You found the diamond of diligence. Before, you were too lazy to lift a finger. But now, you've climbed a mountain, faced danger, and returned stronger. That spirit, that willpower, that's more valuable than any gemstone. With that, you can build any life you want." And in that moment, the young man understood. The monk hadn't tricked him. He guided him towards something far greater than wealth. The discovery of his own potential. From that day on, the young man worked hard in the fields, no longer dreaming idly under a tree, but building a future shaped by his own hands. This story isn't just about one young man. It's about all of us. Laziness doesn't come from a lack of strength. It comes from a lack of motivation, purpose, and belief in ourselves. We become lazy when we have no clear goals. You're too comfortable with easy options. We don't realize how capable we truly are. But once we set a meaningful goal, push ourselves beyond our comfort zone, and recognize our inner strength, laziness fades away, and in its place grows diligence. The true diamond that leads to success, fulfillment, and a life worth living.